Welcome to Bronyville. This is Bronyville episode number 137, recorded on January 11th, 2014. I'm your host, Apple Cider, waving his arms furiously, then you guys can't see on the internet, except if you're watching it live on Justin TV. Hey, Sandy.
Yo.
How's it goes?
I'm not dead yet.
Good. Excellent. I don't want you dead, actually.
Yep.
Contrary to popular belief. You're shedding so many pounds, as I said, you're going to be a rail the next time I see you.
That's the plan.
Just a swift San Francisco breeze will simply float you away across the bay.
Yes.
You will be like an unfortunate Ubisoft publicity stunt, just sailing off into the breeze and then landing in the bay.
I'm gonna land in Oakland. Ah!
Oh, that's always a dangerous proposition. Try and steer towards Berkeley. There's more nudity, but it's better.
Go towards the smell of patchouli.
How are you, sir? Well, I'll tell you what. I don't want to leave them hanging too fast. We do have the Legends of Equestria team with us today. Blue Ink and SavanaPope, or as I was going to call him, S-Dope.
Glad to be here. And S-Dope's glad to be here too, apparently.
S-Dope.
S-Dope.
Gotta get respect on the team, it's...
Dopey.
We got our code names.
The code names that I made no more than 30 seconds before the show started. Yo, Dopey! Dopes. See, it just keeps going. It just keeps shortening itself. It's like how language actually works, where you take a really hard to pronounce term and you just simply shorten it over and over until you get to a easy to digest vernacular version. Just how it works. So how are you doing?
We have you speak. We're doing pretty great, actually. We're working a lot on the game towards the open server in I think 2 weeks now.
Ooh.
So we're working hard. Oh, and enjoying the episode today, which was pretty cute.
It was.
It's too cute for you for legal consumption. I believe we're going to have to stop that right now.
Have to regulate it.
It's not. We need to make sure that we have protective limits on the amount of cuteness that can actually occur on these episodes. It's completely out of line. Anyway, yeah. So you guys are Legends of Equestria. We'll talk a little bit more about it, but it is one of the upcoming games. And you say in 2 weeks there'll be an opening.
There will be an open server, yep. Everyone will be able to play for a weekend to test our servers. We are still in pre-alpha, but it's coming along very well, let me tell you.
I think everybody's going to be just stupendously excited from what they've seen last. And I know the entire team has been sprinting these past few weeks to pack it full of content. I honestly think that this is going to be our largest change in release since we've ever showed the game off ever.
Yeah, last I saw you guys, last I saw any of y'all's content was I think Fiesta Equestria this June.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that we have quite a bit more stuff than that now, at least from that panel. We have an entirely new city to show.
Is there a new raid boss?
Raid boss.
Got the 40-man chrysalis.
There are new creatures though. I don't want to give away what, but you're definitely going to see a few new creatures.
A new original creatures too. So it's going to be pretty...
Out of cannon, up!
Oh god!
Sound the alarms! Sound the alarms! Fannons occurred. Run for the hills!
Oh god! But yeah. And we're going to have the combat system in by that time. So you'll get to fight stuff, and it'll be pretty neat.
All right. Well, cool. We'll definitely talk a little bit more in depth about what you guys are doing in just a little bit. But I do have to tell you, there is something we do every single episode, and it's horrifically important because no one's done it thus far. I believe, from just my own stupidity that if this does not occur, that the show grounds to a halt and cannot continue. I just have to take all the equipment down, toss it into the bay, and it's all over. I know it's very. I don't know why I believe this, but it's just what I've come to believe. So I have to know from you favorite character and favorite episode, starting with Blue Ink.
Geez, this was really, really, really hard to think of, but I think I have to go with, Applejack, honestly, and with the episode for Super Speedy Cider Squeezy 6000, which I can never say properly, but did come out in Japanese very recently and was just adorable to watch.
A lot of the Japanese episodes are kind of ridiculously
sweet. Oh, they actually
sweet.
Did the dub version of the song?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was pretty great.
Nice. I'll have to dig that up.
Cider, 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 cider.
Oh, man, Japanese derby. Don't get me started.
Oh, yeah. Derby!
The Find a Pet song was kind of strange when dubbed. Because they had to keep to the tune, but they had to use Japanese.
Yeah, it was a little peculiar, but Winter Wrap-Up was kind of a thing, too, so that was kind of funny.
Just how they had to we're gonna have to completely abandon the rhythm on this.
Yeah, they were just like, nah, man, nah.
Wait, what? That's not even the same song anymore. What you up to? What is this? All right, excellent, and good for you this week since we've got a very Apple-centered episode.
Oh yes, very good episode. And Bats too was pretty Apple centric, which I was fond of, and that song was great. So yeah,
it was very batty. There has been a lot of Apple love at the start of this episode.
Yeah, I think I'm glad DHX was like, oh wait, we have a very popular band singer who's play some characters, and we should have her sing some more.
Hey, that Ashley Ball. I think I saw her play in a band the other day. Anybody know about this?
I like their accents at DHX.
I don't know, but I just think maybe we can let her sing every once in a while. Might be good. I don't know. just like that's Philip. Just ignore him.
Philip.
He walks past the studio at 4:00 each day and pretends he actually works here.
He's been tweening keyframes for a couple weeks too long,
Hey guys,
starts to get to your head after a while.
I'm just thinking, but maybe we need another Spike episode. Oh man, Phil. All right, Phil. That's great. You're doing real great over there. Good job. Just keep doing what you're doing in that room we lock you in, please. And now all the Spike fans hate me. Da 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 da. All right. S Dope or SavanaPope.
What's up?
Popey. Pope dog.
Favorite pony, I would have to say, is Rainbow Dash. I mean, I just don't. There's just no words to even describe. There's not enough words, is what I should say, to describe why Rainbow Dash is my favorite pony.
Then do it in 3.
She's just
those were your 3. I'm sorry.
She's on off. 3 words. She's on off.
She's on off.
Yeah. What's your point?
You said 3 words.
I like the she's just like that. She's just No,
I like that. I don't know. She just seems to have such an explosive personality, and I feel like when she does learn a lesson, it just is so much more like it hits so much harder with her because she can tend to go
She's
overboard.
just so stupid.
Oh,
I mean, at least she has some sort of character development, unlike a certain orange pony that I know.
man.
You know what?
Shots fired.
Of character development.
Hold on, hold on. I think I have an aloe plant outside to heal all these burns.
All right, and my favorite episodes, I'd say, is The Best Night Ever, just because that was in like the mystical enchantment land of season 1, and such a build up and everything, and Putting Your Hoof Down because
what?
I had to do 2. I couldn't choose. I had to do 2. 2 favorite episodes.
Neither of them Rainbow Dash episodes. Good night, everyone.
But yeah, those were, I don't know, I really liked just seeing Fluttershy change, and at that point in the season she, seemed to be like flattening out or in the show, not the season. I thought she was flattening out a bit, and that really helped her. And
so this is what Poopy considers character development.
I mean, you get to see her in a light that is not the stereotypical elements that they're normally cast in.
Right.
So how is that opposed to, I don't know, Hurricane Fluttershy, which I believe was probably the best at Fluttershy?
I guess maybe it had to do with the newness. I think now don't quote me because my episode knowledge is actually not very good, but did Putting Your Hoof Down come before or after Hurricane Fluttershy?
Hurricane Fluttershy was
before.
after. Yeah,
it was. I think it was like that. It was the first example. I mean, for me, I watched all of season 1 and 2 in like one sitting, and it was just like the most epic movie ever. And then, after that, getting this week by week rhythm is just like, oh, I hate it. It's like I never watch things as they release, so it's frustrating for me to only get 24 minutes and then getting the ads and stuff. But I don't know. I think it was because of the first example. I really thought I saw Fluttershy, in a different mindset than what she was cast at originally.
Okay. That is unacceptable on that. So that is cool. All right, thank you both. We're definitely going to talk about Legends of Equestria in just a little bit, so we can find out what you chuckleheads are doing with that game, what we can expect out of it, the sweet tier 3 raid gear that we're going to get out of this. I'm really looking forward to the shoulders. I always look forward to the shoulders. So
get ready for your Dragon Phoenix armor. It's gonna be...
What are the mounts look like? I haven't heard anything out of the mounts. Anything. But first, we need to go ahead and talk to I need Sandy to remind me who our wonderful sponsors are.
Indeed. First off, we have We Love Fine. Use our coupon code Bronyville10 to save 10% off your purchase. That'll help you with the shipping, because that kind of shipping isn't much fun. They've got a bunch of new products this week. Several designs that are all from a new designer, it looks like. Damien Zielmek. Gotta click them and see if they have anything else. They have lots of they have a Cadence, Star Swirl, Discord, Chrysalis, Twilight, Luna, Celestia. I don't have a Luna, they have an Iron Moon. In addition, they've added a few little pet shop shirts. So gasp.
Why would they? How could they? Well, except they have everything under the sun. And I also adore how there is now a massive bee and puppy cat area on the front of the page.
Yep. Cartoon Hangover is pretty cool.
It's pretty awesome. That's cool. So yeah, that's We Love Fine. We love them. We have been supporters of them all the way since the beginning. And you can use Bronyville 10, get 10% off of your purchase. That'll take care of shipping at least. We like shipping. So there you go. And our other sponsor, Sandy.
Weird. They have a Power Rangers shirt that doesn't look like any of the characters from the actual show. That's weird.
It's Lloyd. It's the it's the fakey ranger. Lloyd,
Oh, yeah.
Lloyd the fakey
Oh.
ranger. Hey guys,
Oh.
I'm gonna be part of Megazord too. Yeah, Lloyd.
Yeah, this Damien Ziomek guy is the artist behind Ziom05 at DeviantArt. This guy is really good. Holy crap. So he has some really cool shirts, and he's a really good artist. Neat. Also, BabsCon. Hey, BabsCon. It's
Hey.
coming on April 18th through 20th, 2014. At SFL Hyatt Regency. We're looking forward to it. They have a really good roster coming up, and AC and I are, guess what, on staff, because, well, that's how things go. Hey, but that's cool. We'll be helping out with several people we've worked with before.
Helping
and,
out, being around. We'll likely be doing stuff. Rumors of a tabletop being done there may occur.
Yep.
So if you want to watch us live doing a tabletop, sounds like it's going to be me, Sandy, and Pixels up for it, and we just need to rope in Dusty Cat, and we'll have one big live tabletop adventure, which will be pretty awesome. So that sounds good. That's a bunch of stuff. Also, supposedly I need to get back with someone, but Pinkaboo wants to mentioned at Nightmare Nights Dallas wanting to do a duet. And so I need to get into contact with her so I can do a duet of Careless Whisper with her at BabsCon.
Nice.
I never want to dance again. Guilty feet ain't got no rhythm. No. That song
That
is...
sounds remarkably entertaining.
entertaining, good or bad. I certainly watched that. That was a thing that I took in both visually and auditorially. I don't know how to deal with this. Heads will explode for good or for ill.
Yes. I like how the viewers spike a little bit when after you sing.
They're
Like,
just like,
oh crap, AC's singing. Better get to it.
they surprisingly join instead of leave.
I know, right? So, hey, on that point, we're going to go talk about Legends of Equestria.
Oh, and don't forget about Audio Stratus.
Oh, and Audio Stratus. Got to talk about that.
Yeah, Audio Stratus by Dev Scruff, my business. I've got up. Yeah, it moves along. Sent out stuff to investors. If you do have cash and are interested in investing, go over and check out our page over at audiostratus.com. Sign up to the mailing list, even if you're not an investor and you're just interested in audio and recording online and stuff like that. But we're getting into the point that I've actually got a developer who's making it. And we are getting closer and closer. I've got a really horrific idea for a viral marketing campaign that I don't think would ever happen, but it is disgustingly good. Let's just say I want to make 120,000 tiny tombstones. No, not sorry, not 120,000. Sorry, 120 million tiny tombstones, and put them somewhere in the San Francisco Bay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That you have to be like, one tombstone equals 1 million there.
Yeah.
That way you only have to make 120.
Yeah. But I want to make tiny tombstones that have the YouTube. This video has been removed for copyrighted content, and put a whole bunch of tombstones near the Google campus.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's a nice little.
Also, I will be haunted by Google.
AC, you have the best ideas.
I have the best worst ideas. Every single one of my bad ideas definitely gets attention. This is not. You can agree with this. It gets attention.
Oh, I know.
So, however, anyway, let's go talk about Legends of Equestria.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Hey, Legends of Equestria, how are you?
Good. Yourself?
No, I'm fine. You're a video game.
Yes, we are a video game. We, the entire team of 70-some people, are a video game.
I am speaking
Sweet.
directly to Legends of Equestria. I'm speaking to the code of Legends of Equestria.
No, we need Justin in here if you wanted to do that.
Gosh. Our code director, he does speak kind of like a program, but
on off 1-0. What?
Just in binary the entire time.
So just machine code all the way through.
It makes her a very productive programming team, but yeah. Unfortunately, we are not the game itself, and we are only two of our very large team. I am the PR director and also the second in command of the writers. And SavanaPope is the design director. As you're a 3D director, right?
3D co-lead with my amazing co-lead Aussie. Representing the continent of Australia for us.
But yeah, and we are just the representatives from our awesome team, and yeah, we'll answer whatever questions you got.
Well, then let's go ahead and start at the very beginning of this. What is Legends of Equestria? Explain it to me as someone who knows video games, knows MMOs, stuff like that. What is it, and what would I expect out of it?
You can expect from Legends of Equestria what you'd expect from any given MMORPG, except with ponies.
Oh,
and it is going to have all the gameplay elements of your basic MMORPG, combat, mini games, an economy. Quests, a lot of quests, let me tell you, a storyline, main characters, a lot of things, and more than I can list here. Oh, and character customization, which is already available on our website, and a lot of things, and a variety of classes to choose from, and yeah.
It's very. We're trying to keep it, relevant to what people may have experienced. So, they can go from that other really classic or, fundamental RPG or MMO that, got them into the genre. But, we're not trying to just make a clone of, say, World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy or something like that. We're really trying to build on it with our own systems and mechanics. And, I don't want to go too deep into them, but a lot of them are really rooted in fundamental aspects of the source material, which, of course, is the show. So, we're trying to still give you that real-time, quick-paced, exciting combat experience or crafting experience, while you're with your friends partying up. But what we really want to do is not make it seem like it was just an MMO that we just made you be a pony and now it's ponies. Like, the certain things from the show fundamentally influence the design and the nature of, let's say, combat, for example. And one great example I could bring up real quick is just how we have non-violent means of participating in a confrontation. You can go up to an enemy creature and non-violently end that confrontation, which, I think is a pretty unique system that we've been developing for quite a while now that, will kind of let you see where the show influenced this, this kind of endeavor.
You're getting crit hugs, is that what you're saying?
Sort of.
In a way, yes.
Rogue crit hug. Hugged me from behind. I am now happyed.
I see a lot of talk in the chat about hats. And
there's a lot of TF2 players in the chat.
A lot of TF2 players. I can tell you that we will be having a lot of hats. We are a what is it? A horse-themed hat-based simulator.
Here at Legends of Equestria, we removed bits completely. The currency is purely hats. Hats of all sizes and shapes. You can barter with them on our marketplace.
It's Legends of Equestria hats. It's actually
See,
you have multiple races. One of them is hats that can wear smaller hats.
now
I'm
you guys need to
rolling
worry
as
about
a
Valve.
Oh, jeez, Val.
I'm rolling around as a level 23 top hat with a bowler on top. So.
It's actually funny that you mentioned the TF2 thing because my husband runs a TF2 blog, so we have seen some influence from that. So we will have some cool items, So I'll say for now.
Okay.
Yeah, customization is. I mean, it's just integral to any game, not even MMO genre, anything you want to customize nowadays. And, we have a lot of ways to do that. Not just hats. You can focus on any one of the. Currently, we have 8 slottable areas on the player, and those are only the primary slottable areas, which you can wear. Clothing or visual items. I don't want to give away other slottable type things, but
Socks. What's in my slot? What's in the sock slot?
The sock slot. Well, there's no
the
sock slot.
Oh, well, you were obviously missing out.
There's a shoes slot.
Yeah, see, we're getting dropped here, Sandy. You see what I did?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it has been confirmed in the past that there will be socks.
Okay.
Oh, socks are easy. Now, if
Socks
you want to wear
easy.
your socks or your awesome armor that actually helps you a bit, and, that'll be up to you. But if you're just gallivanting around a city or something and you want to show off your new threads, well, we're not going to stop you from that.
All right. Well, let me get this down.
So you got to do the final raid to get the purple and black striped epic socks.
Yeah, really. Those are the ones you turn into Luna. So, they're... and from then on, Luna's wearing the socks. Okay, well, let me first ask this, because somebody asked it in the chat a little earlier. I think it was irrelevant. How can I play it? What platforms, what system requirements? What am I going to need to get inside of this thing?
As I understand it, the system requirements are actually not that harsh right now. We have it somewhere. Someone linked to it in the chat. I'll go and find that in a moment. But it's just on PC. And we will have Mac and Windows versions, though. I think Opie, do you know about the?
No, here we go.
Linux version yet?
The Linux.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry about those Linux people out there. Now, Unity just included native Linux builds in a recent update. Well, not that recent. Maybe like a couple months ago. I don't remember exactly, but
it was like a month ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, so
the animation.
Unity, which is of course the platform, the engine that we develop on, just included support for Linux, but it's not just cut and dry, we click this button for a Linux build now. So we're trying as hard as we can to get full coverage to all 3 of the major, OSs, but as of right now, just due to the fact that Linux, it has a very small market share, and we need to spend time developing to ensure that the other 2, Mac and Windows, are polished. Just for this event, we're not going to have a Linux build for this event. But when we work out all the kinks as far as this new support for Linux that Unity just rolled out, we would like to get all 3 under our umbrella.
Neat. That way people could play Legends of Equestria on Steam machines.
That would be... I got to look into those things, because that thing looks cool.
Yeah, you gotta get in on that Steam OS.
So let's see. I'm looking at the requirements. Got 2 gigs RAM, dual core processor, 1.5 gigs hard drive space, Windows as you stated right there, and a graphics card. As long as it's made, after 2007, you should be okay. 128 minimum would be good. So, all right.
Yeah, and we have in-game settings just like any of your standard games, where you can change the resolution, the quality, depending on Depending on your system's preferences or hardware, also depending on, as I'm sure other hardened veterans to our game have known, when the reason that these are called stress tests is because we are testing capabilities. We've gone through many lengths to learn from these, and actually a good example is our programming lead just implemented another new server, which is going to handle purely the sign-in process. So now we have 3 distributed server clusters. We got one for the website, one for the login process, one for the game itself. And determining how they all interact, how they all connect, talk to each other, talk to the client, it's a very complex process. And that's what we're learning from these events. So you can change the quality depending on how it may run for you at the live event itself, too, in the game.
Okay. And so let me figure out just a little bit of, if I jump into it, in 2 weeks, what I can expect. So you said that there's quests, there's, stuff to do, there's multiple classes. I would assume you would at least have the main 3 classes, or the main 3 races. Curious what classes would be. That's kind of interesting.
We do not have all the classes implemented yet. They are together, and you you can currently choose your cutie mark at this point. So there's not a lot of in-game application for them at the moment, but it is being put together.
Mm-hmm.
And because right now we have combat, quests. We have all the characters and stuff. What else do we have, Pope? Yeah, we have a couple mini games too.
Primarily, the test is in this event is going to be 2 new, very expansive areas. Seeing the support loads on those areas, how they run, stuff like that. But more importantly, is going to be the rolling out of a dedicated combat system. Now, this is, what everybody's been, calling out for since, the initiation of this project. And it's also the most difficult element. So we are testing I'd like to say a sort of, not as simple as a rock, paper, scissor approach, but we're rolling out combat in a means where you will be able to interact with enemies. You'll be able to use custom abilities on them. You'll be able to have low-level strategies based on your race, based on the abilities that are available to you. And from that, we can determine whether or not the framework, which we've already set into place for more expansive ability trees, innate, passive abilities versus active, certain effects that an ability can have, such as damage over time, stuff like that. Actually, we already have that, I believe, in the con. But, once this dry run of the basics of these abilities being used with a very large population of people gives us some data, then we can start rolling out each custom tree that your cutie mark would give you access to.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there's a lot that we can expect. There's going to be gaming and role-playing and everything like that. A lot of people bouncing around and being stupid, silly horses. So I think the only other, we may get some other questions from the chat that we can go ahead and cover. Just more basic, gameplay and questions like that. I guess the one that I would like to cover is the question of, we've seen a lot of game projects come and go. We've certainly seen a large number of them begin and fizzle. And then there's always the notable exception of, Fighting is Magic, which came out, made a really, really, really big boom, and then got C&D'd by Hasbro. So I'm just a little bit curious what your feelings on that situation was, and kind of the way you're going about this, since you kind of are getting to the point of being bigger and kind of getting to that nebulous gray area.
Right. I was really glad when I heard that Friendship is Magic. Fighting is Magic got Lauren Faust with them. So I mean, I was really happy to hear about that, and I was really kind of sad because I was looking forward to a pony fighting game. But it's a lot of things, honestly, to do with that. We are not using the IP. We are in a different style than the show. We are, we are using it as an influence and an inspiration, but we are in a completely different style. So we do have a gray area, but we believe that our labor of love can continue to function without issue.
So we're not. And go ahead.
It's really, I mean, first of all, with Fighting is Magic, I mean, as a fellow, large-scale developer, I was pretty crushed, when I heard the news, as was everybody else on the internet. But, I mean, the real difference is when you look at copyright laws, intellectual property, which we have had, professionals look at, it's not as cut and dry as you'd think it would be. The issue is that Fighting is Magic, it was such a beautifully done style that was so remarkably like the show, as well as the main six that they included, that, that's why Hasbro, it was really cut and dry for them. For us jumping into a 3D medium, it essentially just that jump means that nothing is the same. It may look the same, when you say, oh, this is the same, I am saying this is not the same by looking at the bevel on the very edge of this 3D model building and saying, all right, well, this building that may be in the show was inspired, or in our game was inspired by this building in the show, but it's in a different medium. It's impossible for it to be the same. We
have to add a lot of things. It's kind of funny because a lot of people don't realize that when, you have the 2D elements that we see on the show, that making that into 3D is a lot more work than it sounds like. And, not to mention the map planning and, making sure everything goes in its right place, because a lot of things don't remain consistent from the source material.
Yeah, it's really, and it really gives us some room for creative liberties too, because while we're drawing inspiration, there's so much talent on our team from every team. The concept artists are really sort of the generative point of some of that, and them coming up with art for these areas that may only be a vague little blip on the Equestria canon map, and now we say, all right, we want to make this area into a fully functional microcosm. We want to have players be able to interact with every tree and log and river and stream. That sort of interpretation is what's going to make us, very different from anything that you'd see in the show.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, yeah, it's a weird gray area. Another benefit is the fact that, part of the reason that Fighting is Magic got into the situation they were in is because they started getting a lot of publicity with Evo and, their work with Skullgirls and everything like that. So they kind of garnered the publicity where Hasbro would need to step in,
Right. Yeah, I think the main issue was the characters, firstly, which we are not using. There will be no canon characters in Legends of Equestria, unfortunately. But was the characters, and also I think Hasbro might have interpreted a threat to their wallets.
Mm-hmm.
So, that'll...
No, definitely a
always
threat
something.
to copyright,
Yeah.
Definitely a chance that would have been in trouble. So, okay. All right. Well, let me see. Let me run back. Sandy, have we gotten any questions in the chat? Ones that we could roll with? Or let's see.
Hat battles.
Of course.
Oh, glasses and freckles. We have glasses right now, actually. Those are obtainable in game, aren't they? Oh.
Yes.
Yes, they are obtainable. No freckles yet, I don't think. We do have Timberwolves. We have a lot of Timberwolves, and I would watch out for them. They're very fast. And we can have pets, but not yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think.
We're testing development on them. They will not be in this event, but be assured. Yes. It's sort of a different. It's a different pathing calculation to determine pets versus creatures, and it's. I don't want to go into it, but it's tough. So we're really focusing on primarily. What you can do to interact with other creatures. Not so much pets in this round.
Well, you're in the very beginning stages, so it's not going to be like... I doubt you're going to have, unless you're going to completely surprise me, that you have some sort of crazy LFG system where you can jump into instances and all of a sudden you've got, I'm going to tank it. All right, deeps, everything like that. It's just, you're at the beginning stages. You're not, not to say that you couldn't potentially be that at some point, but this is also a project that you guys are just working on, for freebies. And you're producing something that could be a very fun game as well as kind of social experience, pony thingy maboober thing.
Yep.
That is the official title of Legends of Equestria.
Fun, social, gamey maboober thing.
Awesome.
Mabooba.
We'll put that on the box.
Apple Cider, Bronyville podcast says, it's a game thing, social maboober, I don't know.
Featuring Dante from Devil May Cry. 910 IGN. It's okay.
Question mark out of 10. I was supposed to put a number here. I forgot. Well, you guys definitely did garner a large amount of support. I know for the Golden Muffin, you guys had enough nominations to make the sheet, but because it hadn't been listed yet, we weren't. I was kind of like, I want to put you guys there, but I can't because it hasn't been released. But we're getting closer. It sounds like.
Yeah, understandable. We are always getting closer to release. Every day we come closer to it, and we thanks to everyone who nominated us, but we are just not eligible yet.
Yeah. Well, maybe this next coming year, when whoever ends up doing that, if anyone does that, you'll be up for the running for it.
Who knows?
Yep. All right, and also I'm going to link into the chat real quick. You guys do have a little teaser game in Unity where you can go ahead and make a character. I don't see any jugs, so I can't actually make apple cider, but I got lots of trees. I got the alchemy symbol for death.
Oh, perfect.
I know. Actually, if you open his jug, there is the alchemy symbol for death, so...
Oh wow, that's a very efficient jug.
It's just it's what I do. So yeah, if you want to, where can they find LOE and everything about it?
Legendsofequestria.com.
Okay.
And at our Twitter and our Tumblr and our YouTube. And those are all available as links on our homepage at legendsofequestria.com.
Okay, awesome.
Sweet.
All right, well, we will go ahead and move forward now, and we'll definitely give you those contacts one more time if you were lacking a pen, so you can find those guys. But we got news to get to. We've got a pawn episode that we need to cover, cool things, all that stuff. So let's go ahead and move forward. Sandy.
It's coming.
Fire level.
Non-existent. Nice and quiet this week.
Was it?
Well, on the public front, yes.
Yes.
Public front.
On the
That's what
silly
matters.
McSilly faces front, very McSilly.
Oh, Jesus. So silly.
All right.
So, season 5. It's coming.
To those of us in the know,
Question
not
mark?
surprised. Oh, wait, now it's a question mark? Because yesterday it was sounded like a foregone conclusion.
No, it is. It looks like a foregone conclusion. Initially it was posted on Screen Vision, I believe it is, from Hasbro Studios president Stephen Davis. Where he's like, "Yeah, we're going into season 5 now. It's a huge success." Well, yeah, it's the show has a regular viewership of over 500,000, and Ponies is still their number one girls brand, and it's always growing while boy brands lose money and other girl brands lose money, and it'd be really dumb for them to kill the goose that laid their golden egg.
So it seems like the exact thing that Hasbro would do.
Yeah, I know, right? So says they're going on to season 5. Now, obviously, that could have been a misstatement. They're saying they could have said they're going into season 4. But then Andrea Libman pipes up and she's like, "I'd like to add such great news. I'd like to add the disclaimer that just because we VA's mentioned we're headed to the studio doesn't necessarily mean it's MLP related. That being said, yay, season 5. So either Andrea didn't know season 5 was confirmed, or she's like, "Oh yeah, he said this, so I can say this." Either way, season 5 is coming.
Mm-hmm. Now, it could be, because remember how late into season 3 we found out that season 4 was going to happen? Like,
yeah.
we technically knew that there was a period of time where it was, you get Equestria girls and
3 seasons and a totally not related movie.
Just kind of like, and is there anything after that? Question mark. And then season 4 showed up promptly right towards, it was the middle of the season, because that's when they had to make the Twilight is now an alicorn. Oh crud, oh crud, oh crud. Now we got another season. Figure it out.
The back when we heard, "Oh God, the Twilight's gonna get wings."
Yeah. Well, and it was because at that point we had heard that there would be a season 4, and it was because Twilight's getting wings is like, but that should be like the penultimate episode. That's like what that would be like the greatest payoff of the entire series is, yay, the lead character gets wings. She's now super important. And now it's like, all right, now she's super important. What the hell do we do? But, it could be, it could not. I would be shocked if Hasbro just went, let's cancel that pony thing. Let's go back to like the Generation 3.5 stuff. That seemed more on base to what we want to do. Like Scootaloo bouncing around, talking about parties. That sounds great. Let's go back to that. I would be shocked if they decided to lose the cash cow that they have right now. Not to say that they wouldn't.
I was pretty nervous that they were going to get up to whatever that number is. I know you have to have a certain number of episodes in order to be
syndicated.
What is it called?
Syndicated.
Yeah. I was afraid that they were going to get to that number and then just sit on it doing reruns for as long as they could.
That's 65.
65, and guess what that would have been? That would have been the end of season 3, because that was the number they stopped on.
And
all right.
The next magic number is 101. Now, the end of 100 or 101, because that is where the people involved are supposed to, back in the day, would have been getting permanent residuals. That's a big reason as to why a lot of the Disney Afternoon animated shows ended at episode 99.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's true.
What a bunch of jerks.
Basically, the end of the season will put us at 91 episodes of Pony. Now, the next thing is, if they do a season 5, that'll put them well over the magical 101.
The big residuals forever's point. Huh. So that is an interesting point. So prepare yourself for a 9-episode season.
It's like, oh, it's a half season. No, it's a quarter season.
It's a quarter
They
season.
don't even try to like end it on. It just ends in a cliffhanger. Like, we're done.
Oh, like Sonic Set AM.
Oh, forget it. Oh gosh,
It's just a
that's right in
9-part.
the nostalgia. Oh,
Yeah, it's just a 9-part. Like, we're gonna wrap everything up. Fine.
Well, no, let's make it a 6-episode. This is what happened to the characters, or it just lays out the rest of the main characters' lives. And there's like fan fiction. Screw your fan fiction.
Twilight lives forever. Watches all of her friends. Just sad fic the entire thing. Just at the very end, you see DHX Studios and 2 middle fingers rising from the bottom of the screen. M.A. Larson's just, shimmies across the screen going, "Ooh!" I came back for this one, suckers! That would be the most miraculous trolling on the face of the planet. Actually, the best trolling would be if instead of if it would have been Larson and Faust both doing that at the same time. Just
oh, jeez.
just jumping onto a motorcycle and then actually driving off into the sunset. A sign, you see a road sign that says "Next Stop LA."
Oh wow.
Yeah, well, it means that we need to get into the last season really weird episodes where suddenly we have the real life My Little Pony like live action, where they're all now just real live action people and they've hired actors. Just the one bizarro episode.
Oh my god!
In a completely different style than the rest of this show.
Well, yeah, it just turns into a gritty crime drama.
Live action movie. And it'll be like those horrific pony dolls that I saw on. Oh god, they're like these giant costumes of Twilight in like doll form. I can't remember.
Right. I remember that.
The back like there's only one person in the suit, so the back legs are just like dangling behind. Oh my god.
Okay, I may have to change my idea. I just came up with the best episode. There's a weird thing that happens. A spell has gone across Equestria, and everything is now puppets.
Like
the puppet episode.
Like the Muppets puppets?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Well, they already have all the backdrops.
I know.
Backdrops.
Oh gosh, someone said stop motion. Oh man.
The options are limitless. We need to have the bizarre.
Oh jeez.
We need to have the episode. Like, there's always the one episode. Like, there's the Spike episode or the Angel episode where Angel turned into a stuffed to a Muppet for one episode, and everybody's like, "Oh my god!" Like, there's always the one.
An episode similar to the Futurama Saturday Morning Fun Pit or the Anthology of Interest episodes, where it's just ponies doing something completely different. That would be terrible.
Let's look into this crystal bar and see how our lives could have been.
Oh jeez.
It'll take them at least 2 or 3 screw-ups based on the popularity of the show before people would stop watching. They got some room to experiment.
It would be pretty fantastic if they just decided to do one episode where it's just like, we're just going to go off the rails.
Frankly, power ponies. All things considered.
Yeah, but I'm saying like a medium change. Like, do something where everybody's just like, what the hell?
Oh gosh.
Did you see
Man.
that? Hi, Twilight, how are you? I'm fine. I'm a princess now.
All right. So
yeah, just get Big Jim on that. I'm sure
he'd love it.
All right, so season 5 potentially coming. We've offered you a plethora of horrific ideas, DHX. So we're expecting that check whenever you wish. secondary comment. Okay, MLP CCG deck boxes. Let's talk about these because I've played the card game. So what's this about?
They're introducing more deck boxes and card sleeves. Simple as that. They have a Rarity card sleeve set, a Trixie card sleeve set, and a Rainbow Dash card sleeve set, in addition to, I believe, several others in the wild. DJ Pwn 3, Pinkie Pie, and Fluttershy as well. So basically they're like, yo, these ponies are pretty popular, so we're going to make the main 6, kind of, and, well, we'll leave out, Twilight and Apple Horse.
But they gave you a Trixie.
Yeah. So if you want to put your Magic cards into ponies and carry your decks in a pony deck box,
dude,
go for
I'm
it.
going to do that for OhioCon. Oh my god.
Just to annoy
you
people.
You are definitely doing it for OhioCon.
It's going to be like, it's time to duel. And they're like, it's the wrong game.
Out of the cards, give me Urzatron.
Dude, I got this sick fire deck. Watch pony cards. Oh.
So Ultra Pro is the company making that stuff. They do lots of Magic the Gathering. And of course, their most recent thing they posted is Apple Dog.
Yeah.
Why? I feel dirty just even going to Facebook.
Wow. Much dog.
Very Apple. So
I don't get that meme so hard. I just don't.
It's the internet, man. They don't have to explain anything.
I feel like I've officially hit the point where I'm too old for the internet.
As you host a live show over the internet.
Are you saying you're too old for the ride?
Ride. I'm too old for the ride. It's just the memes. Like this past year, I'm just kind of like. I went on YouTube the other day, and I was just kind of like, I want to find really good music covers, and I pull up the screen, and I'm like, who's this One Direction band? Are they popular? There sure are a lot of covers of them.
What's the deal?
I don't understand.
Correct.
Somewhere,
there's everywhere.
Somewhere there's a 16-year-old going, ah! Just having their first aneurysm. Just, ah! You old bastard!
How could you not know about One Direction? Gosh.
They are my life!
Next thing you know, they'll say that, you won't know which one's your favorite. Or you won't know their favorite. Your favorite will be different than theirs.
Surprisingly
close
I
to
made
Tony's
up that
in that
name.
regard.
I don't know.
Geez. Who's your favorite One Direction? Some member is Best Direction.
Is Best Direction.
Which direction is your favorite direction? I kind of favor West, but
I'm not gonna lie.
Welcome to Direction Cast, the most
put together more often, and that's about all I know of that.
This is Direction Cast, the least informed One Direction podcast ever. We're going to talk about directions and map making. So
when Kanye West's kid actually grows up and she decides to get like her own perfume, is she going to be smart and call it North by Northwest? So, anyways, hey, Larry's Comic has signed on for 25 variants of the official comic series.
That's a lot of variants of the comic.
That is. Now, the thing is, they've done variants for 15 episodes so far, or 15 issues. And that means that they have at least 10 more issues of the mainline comic in planning, in production. That means that we'll be getting Fresh Horse comics at least until October. Neat.
Oh, wow. Nice.
That's not counting the Friends Forever line, which is coming out here in 5 days, this Wednesday. This next coming Wednesday is the first release of that one, and I do believe the next mainline pony one, which is the Bookworms invade Ponyville. So that will be cool. But yeah, this little random newsletter came out that says, yeah, by the way, there's going to be 25 of these.
I mean, I would have been shocked if both. That's kind of the second thing. Is like I would be shocked if the show ended as well as like IDW goes. You know what? We shouldn't renew that pony contract. I just don't know. We've been consistently in the top 100, and it's the best-selling comic.
Comic Chronicle, December.
Furious searching.
Well, I'm just looking for like November.
Much numbers.
My Little Pony Friendship's Magic number 13 was 56th. And again, is the absolute highest selling individual title that IDW produces with 35,000 sales, which actually is really competitive considering there's a lot of other ones.
You know that there's someone sitting on the Transformers side going like, I've been doing this 5 years and
the Luna Micro, and this is actually for November. They haven't released December's yet because it's not, the end of the month isn't been that far back. The Pony Micro 9, which is the Spike one, right? Which wasn't very good. Still sold 20,000 copies and is their second highest seller.
Wow.
Huh. They've got 62 mentions. Their third highest is Ninja Turtles with 17,000 sales.
Turtle Power. Yep.
Yeah, then they got X-Files, Doctor Who. So, yeah. Where is Transformers in here? The Transformers top seller is 171st at 12,000 sales. Yeah. So, hey, Ponies is their biggest dang seller, which is kind of crazy. But really good.
In other news, Luna's in space.
Luna has gone to space.
She's now on the moon forever. Yes.
Someone linked this to Reddit. A guy posted that he works for an aerospace contractor, and 6 months ago he was bored and he added Princess Luna to a silkscreen layer of a printed circuit board, and the device is going up to the ISS starting in, well, it already happened, and they posted an Imgur set of proof, and it's a circuit board of mysterious use. I don't know, us mere earthlings cannot understand why Luna would need to be added to the circuit board. I hear it makes it function better in space. Who knows?
It doubles.
Yes, it doubles its fun effectiveness. So that's kind of cool. Princess Luna has now gone to space permanently on the space station. That is cool. And
that is one of the things that I'm sure that the show staff would get a goddamn kick out of if they're just like, by the way, your silly horse animation is now in space.
Yeah, it's like somebody in NASA is a fan enough, or somebody connected to NASA is a fan enough of your show to put something from your show onto a piece of high-tech electronic equipment on a freaking space station. You know. Then again, of course, there's people in the U.S. Navy nuclear science school that are big fans too. So, one of Dylan's coworkers, his daughter is in nuke school, and she's like, "Yeah, this pony thing's really big there." I don't know.
Prepare for the rarity isotope.
Yes. This nuclear reactor shielding needs to be a bit more fabulous. So
we bedazzled it there.
So the season 3 of My Little Pony, in case you missed it, it's all 13 episodes of it with the wings, is being released on DVD by Shout Factory once again, and is now only like $17.97 in its Amazon Prime. So if you want to get ponies on DVDs in a non-piecemeal fashion, which is the terrible way to sell DVDs in my opinion, but it works for kids, you can get season 3 for $20 now starting February 4th. You can pre-order it on Amazon. So it's good to know that all 3 are now available in DVD form. You can have your hard copies to go with your digital copies and iTunes copies and pirated copies. Yar. Pirates anymore. Come on. It's not that expensive. So I don't think anybody actually talked about this, though. I had not seen anything about the season 3 DVD coming out until I looked at the Pony subreddit and was like, oh, huh. And
Sandy, I wish to give you a dramatic reading from the Amazon from the Amazon listing of the season 3 DVD, because there's a brilliant piece of butthurt right here. This is why jump the shark when you can grow wings. This season was a big disappointment. I'm going to try and keep things short and sweet, since there are plenty of places to look if you want a thorough discussion of why season 3 was bad. But really, I think the box art speaks for itself. A poorly photoshopped pair of wings appears to be coming out of Twilight Sparkle's butt. I'll leave you to read the rest.
Yeah. Calling Magical Mystery Cure one of the worst episodes of a TV show they can remember.
Her wings are kind of popping out of her butt.
It's like, did you miss Spike at Your Service?
Now I'm looking at the box and I cannot not see those wings popping out of her butt.
Those wings are popping out of her butt. God, that's lazy.
I take it back. He was right.
The wings are popping out of her butt because her hips extend past the right side of her body, and the wings are not in the intervening layer.
Oh, GG, guys. GG.
Cannot unsee.
Oh, all right. I take it all back. Don't buy it. Or not.
Negative 5 out of 10 would not hug.
Oh, geez. It hurts us. All right, let's see. Moving on. So many things being popped up. Rainbow Power Ponies, go!
Yeah.
Take a look at that's the Power Pony. I've seen some of these Rainbow Power stuff.
They look like
in the
visual messes.
I've seen them at Target. They are kind of a hot mess. I mean, heck, maybe this is going to be what we end up seeing at the end of the season, is that they all get bedazzled to all hell.
And it turns out that that's their like Super Saiyan form.
This is their true form.
That comes out of the box.
Yep.
This is their final form. They're actually supposed to look.
They pose and just yell Henshin, and magical girl transformations happen, and nonsensical phrases are shouted in English, even though everything's suddenly in Japanese. It's just going to be like Kamen Rider Dino.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're overly complicated and messy, and looks like somebody in the toy creation department went, put more colors on it. God, just bedazzle them. I don't care.
Like, you know what's really cool? Lisa Frank.
Oh, jeez.
Lisa Frank and ponies got together, had children, and the Rainbow Power series came out.
Oh, jeez.
And the thing is, the physical toys, because I've been trolling Teo Bayo to look and see, with new products coming out. I do that to help and pass things along to, like, tech occasionally. And the stuff that they're releasing, it's just a re-release of the main 6 with tinsel in their mains.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of weird.
Because it's cheap to make.
I know, right? They just give you a sticker sheet. Yeah, make them your own Power Ponies. Or make your own Rainbow Power.
That's kind of been how it's been the past while. Do it your own damn self. Here, we made you a white Fluttershy. Paint her your own damn self. See if we care. Put some stickers on it. Whatever. Here's a pen to do it with. Like we care.
You're still gonna buy this.
Nah, I think that we're probably done. Our shrine behind me, I think, is pretty well set. I don't think that there's much that's out there right now that we're gonna go like, It seems like a good idea. Unless, like,
Yeah.
the blind bags have something really good in them.
Well, I think the next and probably the last. Well, I'm gonna have to get the Royal Surprise one that has Bug Pony, Princess Twilight, and Celestia, which I already have a Celestia, but still. And then the Cloudsdale pack that has Thunderlane and Mysterious Muffin Pony, and horrifically rainbow-fied Fluttershy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That seems probably. I can't think of much else unless they decide to do some really weird ones of just like, hey, here's a Sombra, like,
Yeah.
huh?
And again,
Or a
of course,
Discord for.
remember,
God's
every
sake.
single person listening to this and watching this stream right now, you are outside of the target demographic. It's not for you, kiddos.
Yep, they make
'Cause
comics.
You're not
and-
You're not actually kiddos. You're just younger than me.
Yeah,
And
they
I
make
see.
comics and video, and we make comics and games and all sorts of other silliness for us. So, you know,
Yep.
I think that's just to save face to like the parents. I mean, when you look at some of the toys that come out in like the sleek black boxes, and it's actually like anatomically correct, at least
What?
a lot more so than the original toys. Like, you got to
Whoa.
think that they're targeting, you know, at least a male population. Like, why else would they change their box design?
I'm just thinking sleek black boxes, anatomically correct. Whoa, I mean, where are you getting these ponies?
I didn't
Fun
know.
Day,
This
the
was-
special adult edition?
this was a different.
No.
I haven't gone to
never
Hot
seen-
Topic in a while, but geez.
You never see. Oh, they're a whole bunch of ponies, but they're in black boxes, which looks completely out of place when you look at like the other, you
Yeah.
know, pony.
Or even the fan favorite sets that they've released. They're in the dark purple and white. It's not their traditional pink coloration, you know. It's something in the pink aisle that is not pink at all.
Oh,
Yeah.
they've definitely like altered their products for, you know, this fandom, I
This
suppose.
collector market.
You know, this collector market, you know.
Even
and-
if they're not publicly, they don't want to publicly say it though.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I have some of the vinyls. I haven't picked up any of the black box vinyls because I don't know.
I have all the Funko ones that they've released.
Oh yeah, you do have the black. You know, sometimes they look good. Sometimes I'm not as big of a fan of
No,
them.
well, see, I have the large ones, not the little ones where the pony is black for some reason.
Yeah,
That doesn't make any sense to me.
it
But-
can look cool. I think that the blacked out Lyra actually looks all right, but beyond that, it's kind of like why?
Yeah. I'm waiting for the Trixie and Apple Horse and Rarity ones.
Yeah,
'Cause- well, they've only released half the main six.
yeah. I still
Wait,
want to
didn't
get.
they release Final Scratch on Octavia?
I think they did.
Oh, crap, I'm behind. I
Yeah.
thought I got them all.
I still want to get a Lyra Pone and a Sweetie Drops Pone, so I can have those as our show mascots. And yeah. Okay. Let's see. Other thing. Ari's pony story. 7-year-old boy finds out he
Yeah.
likes ponies. Hasbro sends him things.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
It's like, hey, this kid decided to watch ponies on Netflix, and he thought it was pretty cool because it's actually a good cartoon for kids. What do you know? And he likes it.
And his mom is a blogger and probably blogged about it. And then Hasbro sent them things.
Yeah, so that's cool. Hasbro's like, hey, a parent with a child that likes our product? Sweet, let's get some brand loyalty up in here.
Look what good publicity we had by giving you about maybe $10 of free stuff.
I mean, it's not to denigrate the actually, it's nice of them to do it. But I know for a fact that, you know, that's certainly gotten some brand loyalty from folks. And it's a good story. It's a feel-good story that makes Hasbro seem less like the horrifying monolithic black obelisk of hate and destruction of all that is fun that today I seem to be sometimes. Don't kill me, Hasbro snipers, please.
Now, I don't think that's true.
I don't think it is either. I'm just
I
being
think that's
silly.
true.
Yeah, he's
No,
just
I know, man. I know.
he's rolling back because he wants the snipers to.
Yeah, you know, you would think that they would actually have real guns, but no, they look like Nerf guns, but they're actually real guns.
Oh dear.
Nerf brand sniper rounds. Let's see. Well, let's move forward here. Shorty Awards 2014. Got some thanks here for Equestria Daily, Daniel Ingram, My Little Pony for Shorty Awards. Shorty Awards are a waste of time.
Yeah, they're nothing more than internet popularity contests and can be just as fiddled with as that horrifically unbalanced TV guide thing that MLP and Co. got 5.4 million votes for My Little Pony, when the next biggest thing had like 100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's another one of the things where, hey, look how cool we are, internet, and the internet just goes, great, good job, good going.
Yeah.
I bet you feel proud of yourself.
Let's see. Daniel Ingram is questioning people, is curious. What should he submit for Emmys consideration? True Friend or What My Cutie Mark Is Telling Me? True Friend, I think. But he posted this on the 8th. True I don't know.
Celestia's ballad, though, pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. That song kind of requires context.
Yeah, it does. I believe it did win an award.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it did win the Golden Muffin Award for Best Song. Just saying.
So, as an aside, I posted about the butt wings on Twitter, and Vladimir posted the little squinkies, the little horrifically super deformed things with their heads that are bigger than their bodies. The Twilight has butt wings as well.
Oh, boy.
Because the body is so small that you can't actually attach the wings. They just kind of hover over her butt and are attached to the mane.
Whoops.
Well, since it happened 2 places, can it be confirmed now?
Oh man.
She just flies like tails.
Twilight.
She's just lifted up by her butt.
Wings spin. Her wings spin.
It's actually just a helicopter.
Helicopter pone.
All right, animators, get to it.
Oh lordy.
Let's see. So this is another one of those things that, hey, we're going to talk about this. It's the 11th. It's something happening on 11th and 12th, and if it's coming out on Wednesday, that'll be a few days after the 12th. But Brony Radio is doing a charity thing. 40 hours of live mixes. It's their 3-year anniversary. And stuff. That's pretty cool. Silverhound, Thornair, H-Mage from State of Brony, One Trick, Tetsuo, Brony Radio's own DJs, Calcos, et al. And they're being done in support of Bronies for Good and their Seeds of Kindness album. So it's another Bronies for Good thing. Those guys, they do so much good. Gosh, make everybody look so bad.
What a bunch of jerks being all good.
Why do they look so good? They make us look so bad.
We all have to live up to them.
So that's pretty cool. They're doing stuff right now. Where right now is us recording it. It's Saturday, January 11th at 3:38 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, but hey, people helped us do the news today, as always.
Yay!
And IDW has released comic variants for number 15. Has released the variant issues. Oh wow, that's really cool. So they have the A and B covers. They have the Larry's and Jetpack exclusives. They have the cover R1 is the retailer promotional one, so they only get a few copies if they have to order X amount. And the cover of that particular one, it has one of the bookworms eating the cover of the comic as if it was eating the cover, and it shows the first couple pages below it. That is slick. That is super cool.
And and for all you Daring Don't angries, you can enjoy the Daring Do with Rainbow Dash inserted. I'm going to get some angry comments for that.
Oh, man. If we had to worry about angry comments, we just wouldn't go anywhere.
Really?
So, episode time.
Yeah, Pinky Apple Pie.
Yo.
I have to state, Sandy, this might be my favorite episode.
It's really up there. I think so.
Really, really, really good.
Yup.
Okay, let me pull up the film wiki Maduber episode explainer so we can talk about it as usual. Spoilers all over this place. If you have not seen the most recent episode in which Pinkie Pie is an apple, or an apple becometh a Pinkie Pie. Yeah, that works. Let's see. Episodes. Load this up here. The episode is obviously season number 4. Scroll. Pinky Apple Pie by Natasha Levinger. Aired today, the January 11th, 2014, season 4, episode number 9. Overall episode would be 74. Pinky Apple Pie. Let's see who storyboarded this one. And that would be Emmett Hall and Tony Cliff for the second half. Featured characters Goldie Delicious and songs Apples to the Core. This is the particular one that we saw the animatic several months ago at Comic-Con, where we saw Apples to the Core.
Best. Gosh, that was really satisfying to hear it after, the first time seeing it at SDCC. It was just the best thing. And the reprise finally happened. So,
yes.
That musical anticipation finally resolved. Thanks, Daniel Ingram.
So we finally get to see it. I have already said my piece. Sandy, you say that was good. So let's go ahead and roll over to our guests here. And you know what? I haven't heard a lot from Popey over there. So what was your feelings?
I'm just going to have to say that I didn't even see the episode yet.
You goober! We're going to spoil it like all over the place right now.
No, I'm all right.
You're going to have you're going to know the secret extra powers that they have, and you're going to see...
No, it's all right. It's all right. I've just been Normally, I'm not this horribly anti-fan, but it's just I've been so busy with, as of course we discussed earlier, with getting things ready for the open servers. I just haven't gotten to it. It's all right.
That's fine. All right. Well, then fine.
Has Spaz uploaded it yet? Is it even on YouTube? Has Spaz got it yet?
No. Actually, Spazzy's out of town until at least Sunday, and
all right.
Same for Zyro. So guess what, people? You're out of luck.
I happened to catch mine in a real fuzzy lo-fi way, so it wasn't the best.
Yeah, me too.
So it was kind of like, this isn't that great looking, but at least I get to see everything. And heck, even by the fact that I wasn't even seeing it like gorgeous and crisp, I kind of like it the best. So, but let's see so Blue, your thoughts
on the episode? There was a little bit of the ring that looks like a bear, but it was pretty cute overall. I liked the gags. The scariest cave in all of Equestria gag was pretty cute.
Yeah.
And that song, honestly, I just the fun I had at SDCC all just came in a flood back to me, and it was just the best.
Mm-hmm. It was.
So
so the basis for those out there, Pinky discovers through some of Twilight's genealogy studies that she very well may be related to the Apple clan, fifth cousin once removed style, which leads to her going to Sweet Apple Acres, and now, there's a road trip because we need to go find out if this is true. They go have said road trip, shenanigans ensue, and then they get to the end and find out we don't actually know, but you're one anyway. Whatever. So, the gags were constant. It was super cute. It was fun. It really, really worked off of all the characters really, really well.
They did have a very good dynamic, yeah.
Yeah.
And AJ was so concerned. She's like, I want to be, she got to show her the perfect Apple family. Oh, we can't have these conflicts. And then by the end, she's like, okay, fine. We're sorry we didn't show you our best faces. She's like, well, yeah, you're a family. These things happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was a really good way to go with that particular bit of story.
Yeah. It was, you know, and it was one of those things where the silly gags kept coming all the time, I think, throughout the whole... I mean, I actually was conscious of the fact that through the episode, like, I had a smile on pretty much the whole time. Like, it just, like, that's cute, that's neat, that's fun. Like, just the gags just kept coming, like the selfie down the waterfall and, you know, the constant pictures that Pinky was taking, you know, and... all the gags, like the fact that the eagle kept taking things away. Like
that klepto eagle.
Just taking everything was just...
R.I.P. Wheel Duck.
Yeah, it was... Wheel Duck, Mapfish.
We're a hero to us all.
Yeah, the scariest cave in Equestria. Which I also thought was a really good play on, like, those creepy log flume rides. Where you know, for me growing up, it was the what was it? The Six Flags of Georgia Monster Plantation.
Yeah.
Or just like, don't go in there, it's bad, and you go through the creepy cave and you're on the log flume. It's real silly and funny. So I love that bit. It was just really well put together. I mean, I really enjoyed that episode. Like, to the point that I am kind of sitting here going, I need to go back and watch Luna Eclipsed and see how it compares. Because I really like that episode. I really like Halloween. But this was put together in a way that I really liked it. So, I don't know. This is probably the top of my episodes for this season, even more than Castlemania for me.
Wow, yeah. Nice.
Sandy?
I liked it a lot. I really enjoyed it. And this is coming from somebody who's got AJ and Pinky as like his bottom two of the main six.
Yeah, you're not a Pinky fan like I am.
Nope. And AJ's okay, but you know. We're talking number 5 and 6 here.
Yeah. Bottom of the barrel here. You're scraping kind of hard, but yeah, the song was really cute. You know, that was just as cute as the animatic was playing it out to be, and just really well put together. I love the fact that they had that big great song, and at the very end is exactly what you kind of expected to happen. It's like, all right, everything's great. Enter conflict.
It was comfortable, yeah. It was very, very comfortable way of resolving all of it, you know.
So, I thought it was really great. I mean, I kind of don't... There's so many bits to it that I almost don't want to, like, spoil anything, even though I know that we have the spoilery part to this, but it was so, like, it was simple. It had a simple story. It had a simple kind of message to it, but it did such an interesting job of making it fun getting to that message. So, you know, it's nothing where I think I can find anything to be like, meh, you know, they could have done better there, or, you know, that didn't make a lot of sense. It's just kind of like, it was simple, straightforward, had tons of gags, tons of sight gags, just stuff where I feel like that the storyboarders just had a great time just going like, well, we got to fill in that spot, so let's do this. All right, well, let's fill in that, so do that. We need to contact Emmett and find out what they did with that episode, because I think they did a fantastic job making some really great scenes.
The animation budget has definitely been upped this season. And I mean, it shows in the facial animations and the visual gags, and I mean, they're just really fun to look at. You know, I think M.A. Larson was the one who said it was like melted Skittles on the screen. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, let's see. Let me find out if there's anything Goldie Delicious. Which, have we confirmed that Goldie Delicious was actually voiced by Peter?
I think he acknowledged it on Twitter, didn't he?
Because that would surprise me none, because we do have that epic stacking dolls thing where he did do female voices, and I would be none surprised if that was actually Peter doing Goldie's voice. It was pretty great for that character, and just the crazy cat lady aspect of it, the creepiness when she blows off, where she goes for the books and there's that cat standing there and she blows off the dust and the cat is just dust.
The dust cat.
Like, I don't know if that was like weird or cute or mega creepy, but was that once a cat? Did the cats create the dust cat? Like, I don't know. I don't want to answer, but it was really, really neat.
The first I saw it, I kind of thought it was like an ash cat, like it had just been like incinerated there and just stayed there forever. And I was kind of really confused by it at first, but then figured it was made out of dust, so it's kind of strange.
The less you think, the better it is. Don't worry about it.
Yay!
So yeah, I think it was, and now you have the entire fact of Pinky is now a member of the Apple family, so that makes the Apple family that much more interesting.
So yeah, that sure is a thing.
Yep. Let's see. Peter. Okay, we got confirmation. Peter knew was Goldie Delicious, so that is pretty good. That was, yeah. As said, he. That man, just seeing him at Nightmare Nights Dallas and watching him go through his voices, that man is mega skilled at just what he did. That whole like lineage of voice where he's like, oh well, this is how, you know, the Cockney gets mixed in with a differentiates from, you know, Australian and how it happened and when it mixed with this, and he's just mixing between the voices, and I'm just sitting there going like, this is fantastic. Holy crap. Because yeah, that guy is mega skilled. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say except that is probably, if it does not beat Luna Eclipse, it's probably my second favorite now. So there.
So I think we all like it then.
Okay, fine.
Gosh, I think we'll agree that we like this.
Be biased and
has drone. Oh,
has shill.
Using buzzwords. All right, so that's it, I guess, for the episode. I mean, what can we say then? Hey, we like it. You should watch it.
Go watch an episode or not. Okay.
Cartoon Horse is pretty cool.
Cool. All right, let's go ahead and move forward. Email time. As always, you can email across to us at bronyville@gmail.com. We have a few emails here. Not a great deal, but we have plenty that you can go ahead and play with. I will be first, Sandy second, and we can go with Blue as thirdsies, and Pope if there's a fourth that slides in the door. We can do it then.
All right.
Hey, I am only new to Bronyville and wanted to ask a favor. Recently, Pounce, one of the voice actors for the heroic tale of heroically heroic heroes, had a stroke. A call out was made by Scriber of YouTube fame asking to help raise money for him. He's been on ICU for the past few days and medical bills are piling up. If you can make a shout out on your next podcast, that would be awesome. Webpage with the donation link at the top right corner is pouncevillegaming.com. Thank you for the time and consideration. Wacky. All right, there you go, sir. That has been added. You can find the link on the show notes. That is over at BronyShow.com, BronyvillePodcast.com. Find this episode and click on the show notes. All right, Sandy.
All right. Next email. Hey, again, Cider and Sandy, I have a query to inquire of you. Do either of you know any good online pony role-playing sites? I keep searching them, but I keep getting the same results. No luck. Also, I look forward to the release of your next two tabletops. Those always seem so fun. Anyways, I keep blathering on. Thanks for reading my last email. By the way, your ever-listening, biggest faithful fan, Spectral Charm, sent from his iPony. So what kind of role-playing are you looking for? Doesn't Roger have a website where people can hook up to play like tabletop roleplay?
Right. I mean, the question is a little bit of this: is it? Are we talking like forum role play? Are we talking tabletop? Like what kind of role play we're looking for? There is everything from, as we've talked about, there's the Savage World of My Little Pony, which we do the tabletop games for. There are there's the Twitter roleplay community that's out there if you want to do character-specific stuff. Canterlot.com, which is a forum-based roleplay place that is pretty popular. And then there's other stuff like Mucks and Muds and, places like Equestrian Dawn that you can go for, roleplay. So,
man. I'm just thinking it's so wild that people still play Mucks and Muds.
Dude, they're still things. They're still
I know. I remember playing my first Mud on a 286 with a 2400 baud modem.
Look, Twilight Sparkle. : wave to Twilight Sparkle. Oh, Twilight Sparkle waved back. Hooray!
Eat cake. Eat cake. Eat cake.
You are now
You're
fat.
Too full. Aw.
You are now fat phone. No.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of stuff like that. IRC roleplay. Some people are offering here MLP Online, Ponytopia, Philadelphia. I would be 0%. I would be 0% amazed if there was not some role playing that happened on a particular game about to launch in 2 weeks, or that there's going to be a public server.
We have a large role-playing community on our forums, actually. So if he is so enthused, he can check that out.
And of course, there's apparently Pony Mush.
There's also a site called Role Playing is Magic. We had the lead designer working with us on some designs in a collaboration. He's got some pretty amazing stuff. It's pretty in-depth. Get ready to read a really hefty, document about it, but it's really rewarding how deep he goes and his team goes in that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's there's more in the terms of different types and places that you can do the role play, opposed to than you'd actually expect. It's just kind of based off of the idea of where and what kind of role play that you're interested in. And let us mention right here that we are mainly covering also the more tame aspects of role play, may we mention.
Yep.
So yeah, you can check that out. Any of those should be really good. Philadelphia, people are saying in the chat, is really good. And I know Canterlot got a lot of votes and was actually one of our nominations for Best Community. So yeah, just look around, figure out what your style is. If you're somebody that likes forum style or wants to do Twitter style, there's plenty of cases there. If you're looking for tabletops, as said, we're fans of of Roger and his Savage World and daringponytails.com, I believe. You can just look for Roger Marsh or Gift Krieg 23, I believe, on DeviantArt, and you should be able to find that. But if you're looking for specifically tabletops, you can check that one out. All right, let's see, Blue, if you would mind getting the next email.
Let me see. Let me grab. Oh, what is this? Alrighty.
Oh, man.
Hi, Apple Cider, Sandy, and the always lovely Journal Knock. Not to forget today's guests, Blake and SavanaPope. Now that we have been defined by AC as news minions, do we get any benefits?
No.
And as minions, will Pickle Pie or Flim Flam be coming after us to get to AC?
Yes.
Cheers, Twisted Haywire. So now that this is over with, in the spirit of the episode, how long is your family? How long in your family can you go back? Also, how long do you first know? And do you know of any places where two branches grow together? Now, as I would not ask such thing without answering myself, my twisted ancestry goes back to my 31 times great-grandfather, which is around 1,050 years back. I know all of my great-grandparents, and probably longer, but I would have to look that up. And my great-great-great-grandfather married his half-brother's daughter, who, by the way, was around 3 years younger than him, so it's not that weird. Thanks for the dating help. PPS, AJ is honestly the best wizard-killing pony. Wow.
Yep. Earth ponies and their strong magic resistance just bucked his organs right out.
Excellent.
Kicked him into a pit.
Let's see. I actually don't have a lot of genealogy that our family has done, to be honest. I mean, I pretty much only know up to, like, my literally currently living relatives. Like, I beyond that, like, I've actually been curious of just, like, what's the worst thing my family line's ever done? Like, how much blood is on my hands / hooves? You know, I'm curious about that, but never to the point of just, like, either starting to do the research on my own or just simply paying some website to tell me everything. You know, I understand that with the mixture of the last names that I have, that I'm kind of a Scottish / English mix, at least by those namesakes. And I've, of course, because one of them is Scottish, I obviously can find here's your coat of arms, pay $40 for it, and like, no thanks. But you know, I really kind of want to at some point. It's just kind of like a time / money investment thing that would be kind of fun to figure out. What about you, Sandy?
I don't know a lot of my personal genealogy. I know that, like, my grandparents on my mom's side are pretty big into theirs. And my family is decidedly English. We've got the surnames of Sewell and Gentry. And, well, that's pretty English. So, yeah, I'm sure my family's probably been in the U.S. a while, but I don't know. You know, it's just your typical American. Yeah, there's some Native American in there somewhere, and mainly English, a little bit of Scottish.
Everyone's a Native American princess at some point.
Oh, I'm sure. You know, lots of intermarrying. Sure thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about the craziest stuff. I mean, I think that Twisted here, it kind of has the benefit because, you know, it sounds like his family has been in a general area for, you know, what is 1,000 years in, like, if there's a term for 1,000 years, it's pretty much been in an area for 1,000 years, so it makes the genealogy a little easier. There wasn't a big exodus on a boat at some point, so, or maybe there was. I don't know, but
there was at some point.
There was somebody at one point in my family line decided I'm taking a boat.
Yes, everyone in America except Native Americans have done.
Have taken a boat. Starry Night states that you have taken a boat.
Or a plane.
Or a plane.
If you're recent, yeah.
Well...
Maybe by car if you're Canadian or Mexican.
Cars.
Take a bus.
You might have even walked if you were close to the border.
Well, if you are Native American, then
yeah,
walked across the street.
There are some really bad jokes I could do with that, so I'm gonna just leave. Nope. Bad joke. All right. So, yeah, they came over a land bridge. That's correct. So yeah, I'd be interested, but it's just kind of like the time / money investment part. You know, just figuring that piece out. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and look. Oh, good Lord! Look, someone gave us fanfics.
Yes, I've already opened them up on FimFiction.
All right, well, let's see. Who was the wonderful donator of these fine fictions? I wish to congratulate you for helping us out today. Please make sure that you list your name inside of the fanfic listing up here, so I can give you proper props. But let's see, what are these fics we got here?
All right, the first one is Apple Family Adventures, a big surprise. A story of Applejack and Pinkie Pie on their way to Manhattan to celebrate Applejack's birthday. Little do they know what surprise awaits them there upon their arrival, one that they had hoped they might never see again, the kind of surprise that they will never forget. It's comedy adventure, 7,167 words, and it's incomplete.
Updated recently?
Updated 19th November. That is to say, no. 11th, 14th, 19th, and then they stop.
Okay.
Well, we shall see. Then there's Let Her Eat Cake. It's
shipping and sauce caution.
Romance and comedy. 1,285 words. Read that in like 5 minutes. Taken for Granted. Guess what? It's shipping. It's apple pie. And this isn't my fault. You can't blame me. It's actually 61,000 words, so it's
hefty.
Oh, it's short story. Good short story length. Check it out. It's if you ask Applejack, she'd tell you Pinkie Pie can be a few apples short of a bushel, even on the best of days. They've always been good friends, but nothing more than that. After all, what could a hardworking apple farmer and sugar-crazed party pony possibly have in common? Turns out they're lesbians. As it turns out, the answer to that question may not be a pleasant one, but something good may yet come of it.
I do have to say that Pinkie and Applejack have the best name for their shipping.
Apple pie.
Apple pie.
That is true. I can agree with that.
Then there is Becoming Pinkie Pie by Alivorn, which is romance comedy slice of life. Strange discoveries, mysterious twitching, the curious feeling of being watched, and the sudden urge to sing. Something's happening to Applejack, and no matter how often she laughs, this is no laughing matter.
All right. Awesome.
So there's 4 fics if you want more apple pie adventures.
And no shipping on that last one. If that spooked you, but thanks to Excel Hedge and Missing Pony for giving us those. Those were fantastic. If you are looking for your apple pie, be it shippy or non-shippy, we have definitely some options here for you.
And what's great is that femfiction you can just search for. You want characters that feature these 2 characters. Last I checked, I thought they could.
Yeah, you can just list that. You can even list ones you don't want to show up. I want to see ones that are Applejack and Pinkie Pie, but don't bring that Rainbow Dash into the situation. Forget
it. You can even search by completed. Filter. Huh.
I actually talked to Nighty today, and I was just chatting with him, and I went, so where's the tag database? And he's like, it's coming. That dude is making a full-time job off of that site. That's how like crazy ridiculous film fiction is now. It's fantastic. And he says that it's still growing, which is the crazy bit.
Oh yeah, the tag searching system is amazing. It's like, what characters? It's like, I would like to see Rarajack. Click, search tags, add tags, and it just finds what you want. It's great.
I wish to see Rarajack, but I do not wish to see Silver Spoon. She ruins it for everyone.
So.
All right, you can check that out. Let's see.
Yes. So XL Hedge is mainly to blame, but then the Missing Pony had become Pinkie Pie. All right, so now we're down to the 5-star iTunes bronies and one cool thing. I see you need to find a cool thing in the next few minutes. We have one review this week from Randy J2HK that puts us at got the 828 ratings, lots of reviews, and TV and film wise, we were like yesterday in like the top 10. But right now we're like in the top 40, so that's cool. Yeah, we're getting beaten by. Oh, actually, are we still ahead of Tested? Yeah, we are. That's weird. Man, I don't know how iTunes does this. What's
sorry?
Hot. It's voodoo.
I'm sorry. I like you, Tested. I listen to your show every week. I'm sorry our show is more popular. You do a better show than we do, if that makes you feel any better.
Yeah, we're these weirdos that talk about ponies and yet somehow always end at the top of the TV and film. It's crazy.
I don't know. You know what? It's just because we were able to spam the reviews early, so I think I think that helped a great deal towards us. Let's see. Yeah, you go through yours. I need to find something. I could definitely do. Timo, go ahead and put your one cool thing into the sheet, and if necessary, I'll abduct it as necessary.
Yes. I have two things this week. First off is Dr. Lollipop, Unicorn Surgeon, a cartoon hangover short. It's 5 minutes and 49 seconds long. It's pretty funny and cute. Bonus, this might not tickle everyone's fancy, but for MLP Japan, there was a group of people that worked together and made a pretty cute anime-styled Luna suit, like Luna fursuit kind of thing. And they videotaped the person in the suit going to a local arcade in Japan and playing that weird Whack-A-Gator arcade game that you used to play at Putt-Putt back in the day. It's actually really cute. And then a bunch of kids surround it and they're like, oh my god, give hugs. It's pretty cute. And it's 2 minutes long. File unavailable. Oh no.
Yeah, oh no.
Something went wrong. Well, thank you.
And we just don't know what went wrong. Oh gosh. Oh, it's back.
So, Blue Ink, what do you got?
Oh, let's see. I have two cool things as well. One that I didn't plan for, but one is OheoCon, which is the convention coming up in a couple weeks that we're doing the open server with, and myself and Savannah will be there along with a couple other members of the team, and we'll be giving a panel. So it looks like it's going to be really fun, honestly, just the con itself. And yeah, I just wanted to mention that, and it looks pretty great. If you're in the area, it would be really fun to see you there. And let's see, I've heard about all the TF2 fans, peoples, and I just wanted to show a TF2 blog that my husband runs, and it's just really ridiculous and fun things about TF2 that come out, and it's daily, so you all can see that if you like.
I have to say that the No Marshmallows link who put that in there, the Real ABBA link is pretty funny. Well, if your sister's name is Applejack, why doesn't she taste like apples? How would you know? I've said too much.
What?
I linked it.
Oh no.
On Twitter, but I'll link it in here. It's cute. It's only merely suggestive in the description.
Okay. I've added one inside of here. I wish to offer you the video blog of Dinky Shark Fighter 32. If you do not know what this is, it is made by the same group that does it is FemFlem Philosophy / Dawn Somewhere. Those groups. It is simply the video blog of Dinky, the foal that is the daughter of Derpy, and it is in that same kind of cute yet dark yet weird comedy that I really love out of the Dawn Somewhere stuff. And you can go check that out. 3 videos so far, and just the weirdness that they decided to go with it. Go check them out. They're short. They're nice little videos, and the playlist is all listed that. So that is Dinky Shark Fighter 32 with terrible... I love the fact it's actually making fun of like most YouTube video blogs. Like just the terrible photoshopped image of stuff, and then it being generally complete nonsense and just stories about the dumb stuff they did that day. So it's pretty sweet. Let's see what else we got here, Sandy. Or it looks like Pope's got something here. What's this?
Yeah, he threw it up. Sorry, I didn't know I had to think of something cool, but this is a link one of my friends shared me. I don't know if anybody saw that sort of a non sequitur kind of daring do animation by Kanashi Panda. A long time ago it came out. But, I mean, this is pretty old news. but I never saw it before. And somebody like me who's kind of interested in, technical animation, sort of how all of these wonderful videos and motion fan art comes to play, actually happens. It's really unique to see this sort of animation style still coming to light, because nowadays, people are using Source, or they're using, After Effects or Flash to animate. This is just straight up hand drawing every frame. Like every frame just going through, drawing it out by hand. And to see kind of, a sped up version of how much work actually goes into just doing a dance cycle, maybe a 3-second dance cycle for Daring Do. That was pretty cool to me.
No, that's pretty fantastic. If you want to take a look at that, obviously there's the animation with it, but also the kind of steps of how that happens. So, all right, go check that out. That's all there on the show notes. Let's see, we got some miscellaneous down here put in by our fans. Waking up to a sleeping apple, Year of the Horse theme, Transformers to go with your Pinkie Pie, Derpy flying away from a shark, and Time, the comic by our friend Timo Warner, added in here as some of your extra cool things for the week. And you know what? That's going to be a show. I'm going to say it right here. That's a show. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. Okay, excellent. Thank you, all of you. First off, let me go ahead and first thank all our guests from Legends of Equestria, Blue and Pope, for jumping in here, talking about the game. Tell them everywhere you can find all the stuff again, when this upcoming game session is, etc.
Alrighty. You could find us at legendsofequestria.com. On that page, there will be plenty of links to our Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and all those variety of things. And at legendsofequestria.com/media, you can actually play a little bit of the game so far in the character creation. Let me see. What else do you want me to say? I'm really distracted by this adorable derpy.
When is the event?
Oh, the event is from January 24th through 26th. Now, the thing about that is that please register on the forums beforehand, because the way you sign into the game is via the forums. And, we don't want the servers to get clogged right before it starts and everybody's registering. So that is something I would suggest.
Also, if you have registered and you're waiting for a confirmation email, if you've already gone through the register and it said you're going to get a confirmation email and you never get one, well, try to log on periodically anyway, because we have a way to sort of auto push those confirmation emails through if it is not being sent to you due to server web server lag.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right, we'll go ahead and check that out, and they will be doing their big game test coming up in just a few weeks. That's going to be 2 weeks, so that would be the 25th-ish?
The 24th to the 26th, yep.
There you go. All right, excellent. Sandy, you're always my Thunderbringer.
Count on me.
I do. And thanks to all you fans out there, be it if you're over on JustinTV/Bronyville Podcast, or if you're just downloading this willy-nilly from iTunes or whatever podcast source you get it. We love making the show for you every week. And just so you know, we're actually going to end up doing some more of the Fandom Unlimited stuff coming up for you. Looks like Sandy and I will probably end up alternating. So next week, we're just going to do an FU. So,
yep.
We'll just get some people on, talk about general silliness, video game, cartoons, whatever the heck ends up floating our boat that week. And we can just nerd out on whatever we like. So join us next week, still on the Bronyville channel, and we'll do an episode of FU. So you can enjoy that. And with that, let me go ahead and tell you where you can find everything. You can go over to BronyShow.com, BronyvillePodcast.com, email us across at Bronyville@gmail.com. You can join us roughly every Saturday, noon Pacific time at justin.tv/BronyvillePodcast. iTunes reviews, we love them. And as said, we are still dominating in the What's Hot over podcasts that are much better than ours. You can listen to the show on Celestia Radio every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. UTC. My Twitter account is at Bronyville.
Mine's just Andy.
Yep. And meetup groups, I am part of the Bronies of Northern California.
And I'm the organizer of Bronies North Texas.
Yep. And BabsCon is the next biggie that we're going to, so you can catch us there.
Yep.
All right. That's it. That's a show. We're done. You're free now.
Hey.
All right.
Yep. All right. We'll catch you next week with an episode of FU. Till then,
Yep.
sleep well, every pony.
See ya.
That's not my own. And what are the odds that through it all again I could find myself alone? But you can't hold me down. Watch the stars come out of this shaking ground. Holding on for now. You can't hold me down. Watch the stars come out of this breaking ground. Holding on for now. Holding on for now. And what are the odds that I would fall again to a world that's not my own? And what are the odds that through it all again I could find myself